Are you going to stand, Miss May?
British Prime Minister David Cameron's cabinet arriving for Monday morning's meeting at number 10 Downing Street. The first gathering to take place following Thursday's referendum, in which Britain voted to leave the European Union.
Scotland going to go, Mr Mundell?
In the aftermath, David Cameron announced his resignation, but will remain in his post until a new Conservative leader has been appointed.
The British people have voted to leave the European Union, and their will must be respected.
Now the world awaits news on how Britain's new relationship with the EU will work and when the UK will enact Article 50, the process of leaving the EU. While some European leaders want it to come immediately, senior officials meeting in Brussels on Sunday agreed that they would have to wait at least until the UK has a new leader. Speaking early on Monday, the UK's Treasury Chief sought to calm nerves in the markets as investors worry about the consequences of Britain leaving the European Union.
Welcome to the Treasury.
George Osborne said that only the UK can trigger Article 50 and that in his judgment it should only be done, quote, when there is a clear view about what new arrangements we are seeking with our European neighbours.
Together, my colleagues in the government, in the Conservative Party and in Parliament will have to determine what those terms should be, and we'll have to negotiate with our European friends and allies to agree them. I intend to play an active part in that debate, for I want this great trading nation of ours to put in place the strongest possible economic links with our European neighbours and with our close friends in North America and the Commonwealth and our important partners like China and India.
Following Osborne's statement, the former London mayor and lead campaigner to leave the EU, Boris Johnson, spoke to reporters.
I think it's very good news that the Chancellor has come out and said some reassuring things to the markets, and it's clear now that Project Fear is over. There's not going to be an emergency budget. People's pensions are safe. The pound is stable. The markets are stable, and I think that's all very good news. The second point I want to make is I've seen a lot of confusion over the weekend about the status of people living in this country. It's absolutely clear that people from other European countries who are living here have their rights protected. All that people want to see is a system that's fair, impartial and humane to all people coming from around the world.
Elsewhere, and the managing director of the International Monetary Fund, speaking at an event in Aspen on Sunday, said that financial markets had vastly underestimated the outcome of the UK's referendum. Christine Lagarde warned of further market and economic pain if UK and European policymakers don't quickly provide investors certainty about the new state of their relationship.
Certainly from our perspective as the IMF, we have very strongly encouraged and will continue to encourage the parties involved to actually proceed with this transition in the most efficient, predictable way in order to reduce the level of uncertainty, which will itself determine the level of risk that we are facing.